Hi, it's the 20th anniversary of the Great Stop the War March against the impending invasion and war launched by the Americans and their yapping running dogs, the UK. It was the largest protest in British history, yet it achieved absolutely nothing. What followed was mass destruction, detentions, displacement, death, the unleashing of sectarian violence, I.S.I.S. and genocide. Today, Bush and Blair are regarded by many as war criminals, yet they walk free, untroubled. The march itself turned out to be an impotent farce when all said and done. The massive crowd was addressed from the platform in Hyde Park by many from the party of war itself, Labour. No one seemed to recognise this contradiction and ultimate insult. The Labour government ignored the protest. The war went ahead. Because there were no disturbances, Blair felt confident enough to press ahead with the invasion. The whole event was in reality a gargantuan Middle England, therefore middle class, virtual signalling exercise in futility. Other later protests, equally passive, followed. The only demonstration that had any subversive content was the school kids' march against the war, which was gloriously spontaneous, disorderly and leaderless. If the Stop the War protests of 20 years ago had a similar attitude, even if it had only been a minority, who knows what possibilities could have emerged. Would the Labour government have been so eager to rush off to a pointless war had it faced street disturbances, mass disobedience and resistance, all that this would have entailed? History may have taken another turn. Alas, we've descended into more ritualised passive protests, still addressed by politicians from the party of war. Right now, we stand on the threshold of another war, arising from the conflict in the Ukraine, with government, opposition parties, media banging the war drums. We've nothing to learn from the demonstration of 20 years ago, except not what to do. Not that in this decade of apathy, we're expecting any large-scale anti-war demonstrations. Unlike the media and politicians, there's no public enthusiasm for direct involvement in the Ukrainian war. That, however, is simply not enough. Before it delivers absolute catastrophic nuclear and environmental Armageddon, this system simply must be overthrown. Bye.